Hi class 10, let's continue our class. Okay, so far we have done physical properties of metal and non-metal. Okay, now whatever I'll do, that would be very important. Okay, so listen carefully. If you listen carefully, then you will not get any trouble in any exam. Okay, so very important topic, that is your chemical properties of metal. Now we're starting physical property done. Okay, now we're starting chemical. So chemical properties of metals. Okay, so write down chemical properties of metal. First, metal and non-metal shows different chemical properties. Okay, why? Because these two are elements, but it has different configuration, electronic configuration, isn't it? From class 9 you done, isn't it? Electronic configuration, some are losing, some are gaining the electrons, isn't it? Why? Because of outermost shell, isn't it? So first property is your metal. First write down reaction of metals with oxygen. Okay, or you can write air also. Okay, so air. So whenever metals react with oxygen, what happens? So write down metals reacts with oxygen gives metal oxide. Okay, metal oxide. Clear? Remember this one, whenever metal reacts with oxygen it will always gives metal oxide. Okay, metal oxide. Clear? Why this happen? Like this metal oxide. Clear? So one example, sodium. Okay, sodium is your Na plus oxygen gives metal oxide, isn't it? NaO, isn't it? 2Na2. So for Na, balance, do it. Okay, balance. Okay, so this is what. So sodium and, now write down, sodium and potassium, they are highly reactive. Okay, sodium and potassium. So that's why this sodium and potassium can easily react with oxygen. So that's why they were kept under or inside oil. Okay, or you can write kerosene. Why? Exam also question, why? Because they are most reactive. Okay, so that's why they can react with oxygen very easily, so it start burning. Okay, so that's why they were kept inside a oil or kerosene. Okay, so now next is your magnesium. So next metal is your magnesium. So magnesium react with oxygen, you'll get magnesium oxide. So this is your magnesium oxide. Clear? Next write down aluminium. From here you have to be very careful. Okay, some topics are there, very interesting topic. So from aluminium, so if you see aluminium reacts with oxygen. Okay, gives metal oxide, isn't it? So if you do, then this would be 2, right? So this would be 4. Okay, so this should be 3 2 is 6, so 3. So this oxide is called amphoteric oxide. Okay, this oxide is called, aluminum oxide is called amphoteric oxide. Okay, why? Because this is the metal, okay, which this oxide shows basic as well as acidic. Okay, this is a oxide, isn't it? Aluminum oxide. This shows basic as well as acidic nature. So let example. So amphoteric oxide is your Al2O3 plus, if you react with HCl, this is your acid, isn't it? It gives salt plus water. Okay, so you can balance it to Cl3, okay, and 3H2O, then this is your 3HCl6 HCl, okay. So this is your acid, isn't it? So this is your base, isn't it? Acid and base react, gives salt and water, isn't it? Salt and water. Clear? This is salt. So here this oxide behave as a base, okay, so basic. Again, if you see this one, this reaction Al2O3 plus 2NaOH, again it will give salt, okay, salt NaAlO2 plus water. Here this is a base and this react as a acid, okay, so that's why this aluminum oxide is your amphoteric oxide. Clear? So here it act as a, this is your base and this act as a acid, and here base, isn't it, plus acid, salt, water, isn't it? So this is why this oxide is your amphoteric oxide. Other oxide are there, zinc, okay, zinc oxide is also example of amphoteric. So example of एउटा त यो भएर अर्को के छ, zinc oxide is also act as a amphoteric oxide, okay. Clear? Very important topic, okay, because it behave as a base oxide as well as acidic oxide. Clear? So next is your second one is your reaction of metal with water. बुकमा पनि छ यो एम्फोटेरिक, जस्ट रिड एनी गाइड, ओके, मजाले याद राख्नु, यो भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट, यहाँबाट क्वेसन आउँछ, ओके. वाइ, what are the amphoteric? So aluminum oxide and zinc oxide, okay. And why they are called amphoteric? Because they act as a basic as well as acidic. So next, write down reaction of metals with water, okay. What happens? Metals with water. So metals reacts with water to get metals reacts with water gives metal hydroxide, okay, याद रखना, metal hydroxide plus hydrogen gas, okay. Next, metal reacts with steam gives metal oxide plus hydrogen. Clear? So this is your normal water, this is your steam, means boil one, isn't it? So so metal oxide plus hydrogen, isn't it? First one we will do, first one. So metal plus water, this is your cold water, okay, normal water, okay. So it will give metal hydroxide, isn't it? So KOH plus hydrogen gas. Clear? Plus heat also, okay. Next one is your steam. This is your normal water, okay, normal water. Clear? Next one is your, so is hot water, magnesium plus hot water, H2O is your hot water. Clear? So you'll get metal oxide plus hydrogen. Clear? So these two reactions, remember it. Then next one is your understood this reaction. So metal reacts with water. Water course type concept. Hot. This is your hot or steam. Okay, and this is a normal water. Okay, so gives this type of reaction. Okay, next write down metals reacts with dilute acid. Dilute means some amount of water is there. Okay, not a concentrate. Clear? So next one is your metals reacts with dilute acid. D-I-L-U-T, dilute acid. What happens? Okay, so metal, whenever metal reacts with dilute acid, gives metal salt. Okay, metal salt plus hydrogen. So example, write down metal is your sodium plus acid, dilute acid, HCl is your dilute. Hydrochloric acid gives metal salt, NaCl plus hydrogen, isn't it? So 2Na, 2HCl, 2NaCl. So H2 is your gas. Okay. So next one, write down this happens. Okay, metal salt plus hydrogen. Any metal reacts with when reacts with dilute acid. Okay, when mixed with dilute acid. Okay, next one is your, see, acid can eat metal, isn't it? It means corrode, isn't it, or destroy metal. But some metal it do not eat. Okay, or acid do not consume some metal. Okay, like gold, platinum. Okay, so to destroy or to eat gold and platinum, there is one solution, that is your aqua regia. Okay, aqua regia. Then he asks from 1 marks. Okay, regia is your aqua regia is a freshly prepared mixture of 1 part of concentrate nitric acid and 3 part of concentrate hydrochloric acid. This is nothing but 3 part, 1, 2, 3 part is your hydrochloric acid, isn't it? Concentrate hydrochloric acid, and 1 part is your what? Nitric acid. Okay, that is your HNO3. So if you make a solution of this type of solution, 1 part is your nitric acid and 3 part is your hydrochloric acid, then this mixture can eat or can destroy any type of metal. Okay, clear? So aqua regia can dissolve all metal. Okay, aqua regia is a solution, isn't it, made in lab by adding 3 part of hydrochloric acid and 1 part is your 3 part, 1 part is your nitric acid. Okay, so aqua regia can dissolve gold. Okay, or all metals. Clear? aqua regia के गर्छ, सबै मेटललाई के गरिदिन्छ, बिलाइदिन्छ. ओके, डिजल्भ भनेको. ओके, सो नाउ इन योर बुक देयर इज रिएक्टिभिटी सिरिज. ओके, सो बनाऊ मजाले कपीमा रिएक्टिभिटी सिरिज अफ मेटल्स. कस्तो छ? पोटासियम फर्स्टमा छ के यो सबै बनाउँ ल होमवर्क दिस इज योर होमवर्क पोटासियम sodium then calcium magnesium okay so this is your decreasing chemical reactivity okay so यो बनाएर मलाई देखाउनु then I'll explain okay so reaction of metal with salt clear now start reaction of metal with salt what happens okay metals with salt write down salt reaction of metals with salt what happens whenever metals react with salt it gives salt solution of A plus metal B okay so if I have salt solution of metal B plus metal A then what it will give salt solution of metal A isn't it plus metal B so let us take one example okay so copper sulfate is your salt solution of metal B okay copper is your metal B plus if I have zinc as a metal A so what it gives salt solution of metal A that is zinc sulfate plus copper metal clear so displacement reaction isn't it it will displace copper from the salt okay so next write down book much a problem okay page number I don't know but there is a problem okay so many problems are there so fifth ma lekha reaction of metals with chlorine okay fifth one is a reaction of metal with chlorine very important topic okay chlorine CH chlorine okay so what happens if metals react with chlorine it forms ionic chloride that means if I have metal like sodium plus chlorine is your gas isn't it this is your gas this is your solid isn't it metal isn't it what it gives NaCl2 so this is your ionic chloride okay ionic chloride it gives ionic chloride clear so next one is your magnesium also gives magnesium chloride okay ionic chloride that is your magnesium chloride so next one very important is your metals reacts with hydrogen when metal react with hydrogen what happens okay so write down hydrogen so write down most of the metal do not combine with hydrogen only few reactive metals like sodium potassium calcium magnesium react with hydrogen to form metal hydrides okay so sodium plus hydrogen gas if you take hydrogen gas you'll get metal hydrides this is your metal hydrides sodium hydrides sodium hydride clear so this is also called ionic hydride okay this is also called ionic hydride why ionic because this forms iron okay sodium and hydrogen forms iron okay so this much for today so next we have chemical properties of non-metal very important these two topics are very important for your coming exam okay and I have checked your reduced syllabus also okay so stay home stay safe thank you class